Thunder cracked overhead, and the battlefield awoke with a pulse like the beat of a war drum. Opposite him loomed a Saiyan of unknown origin, a figure encased in shining black armor, his aura a serrated blaze of crimson. The sky above West Quadrant shuddered like a wounded beast, dyed in a black-violet haze that stretched across the atmosphere, as if the heavens themselves were coiled from what was coming. Earth's winds trembled, grass flattened under rippling shockwaves, and the quiet air where birds once flew now carried a metallic tension. The newcomer's expression was a chilling mix of arrogance and cold fascination, observing Goku like a rare specimen. His long, jet-black hair hung down his back like a cloak of shadows. His tail, charcoal gray and wrapped around his waist, flicked lazily as if he were bored. Earth had suffered countless threats: Frieza, Cell, Majin Buu, but this monstrosity felt different, a presence that pressed against every soul with suffocating malice. Atrox grinned, revealing teeth sharper than normal for a Saiyan. Goku clenched his fists. His friends lay scattered around him. Vegeta knelt in a crater, blood trickling down his brow as he glared toward Atrox through hazy vision. Piccolo lay motionless near a shattered ridge, his cloak torn to cinders. Gohan staggered nearby, struggling to rise, fire burning in his eyes despite the agony racking his body. Krillin and Tien had already been evacuated by a desperate instant transmission, but Goku's heart sank at the sight of those still standing, wounded yet unyielding. Yet the earth beneath him fractured with every step he took. They called him Atrox, a name whispered like a curse. The Dark Saiyan, one who rose not for honor or conquest, but for destruction so complete that even the stars might weep. For deep within him, below the familiar furnace of Super Saiyan power, something darker stirred. It whispered, it demanded, it promised. With a rush that shattered sound, Goku launched forward, fists blazing with golden fire. Goku's aura flared erratically, his muscles tensed, veins bulging. For a moment, it seemed the darkness would overwhelm him. Then, silence. Deep in the heart of a wide, blasted plain stood Goku, his orange gi scorched and ragged, his chest heaving as though every breath carried the weight of worlds. His hair whipped wildly, though no breeze reached him, his eyes flickering between their usual calm warmth and an alien, violent glare. His blood scorched his veins. He had seen glimpses of this darkness only once before, when his tail had been restored temporarily by a failed experiment with Saiyan heritage. He'd nearly destroyed everything. He had buried that memory deep. The blow struck Vegeta's stomach. The prince's breath left him in a single choking gasp. Atrox seized him by the throat and hurled him skyward. Vegeta's body tore through the clouds like a bullet, disappearing from sight. The world blurred, sky, mountain, earth, until only the space between them mattered. His punch collided with Atrox's open palm and halted, frozen mid-motion. Sparks exploded, the land beneath their feet collapsing into a smoldering crater. Atrox didn't flinch. The black aura receded, swallowed by a gentle glow of gold. His hair softened, returning to its usual shape. His tail dissolved into motes of light. He collapsed to his knees, exhausted. As the skies cleared, Gohan limped to his father's side, helping him stand. Piccolo and Vegeta approached, grim but relieved. The land around them was a wasteland, but the threat was gone. He twisted with terrifying elegance, swatting Goku aside like a child's toy. The Saiyan hero crashed into the ground, carving a trench for hundreds of meters before exploding through a cliffside. Stone rained from above, dust clouding the air. A thunderous pulse bellowed from within Goku's chest. He staggered, gripping his head. Visions flashed, planets shredded, worlds burning, a pack of Saiyans howling at twin moons. His heartbeat thundered like war drums. But the dark pulse spread, tendrils of black and red aura wrapping around him like claws. The earth cracked beneath his feet as power surged beyond his control. With a primal scream, Goku's aura erupted. Mountains trembled. Today, the cosmos will learn what a real Saiyan is. Goku's eyes narrowed. Flames of golden ki sputtered around him, but they flickered uncertainly. He hadn't yet found his center. His body was battered, but it was his spirit that trembled most. Not from fear of losing the fight, but from fear of losing control. Clouds spun wildly, sucked into the violent vortex. His hair darkened, streaked with crimson. His eyes became twin storms of blazing yellow, pupils sharp as blades. His ki surged, black lightning shredding the sky. A third crashed into his sternum. Each hit shook the world. Atrox spat blood, scrambling to defend, but Goku was too fast, too wild. He hammered strike after strike, descending into primal violence. When the light faded, Atrox lay broken at the crater's center, his armor gone, his body smoking. He coughed, staring at the sky. Goku hovered above him, aura flickering. The Dark Saiyan tried to speak, but only blood escaped his lips. He grabbed Atrox's face and hurled him downward. They cratered into the earth with an explosion that shook the ocean miles away. Goku roared, leaping after him, tearing through the sky with a speed that left streaks of shadow. Atrox countered with a fist wreathed in crimson flame. Gohan screamed, unleashing a torrent of blue energy that streaked toward Atrox like a comet. Atrox turned without urgency, flicking his wrist. The blast shattered into harmless mist. How quaint, the Dark Saiyan sneered. Vegeta, fueled by fury rather than strength, launched himself into the fray. The spear struck and disappeared into nothing. Atrox blinked in disbelief. Goku tilted his head, a guttural growl rising from his throat. Then he moved. A punch landed in Atrox's gut. A second tore across his jaw. "Dad!" Gohan shouted, hair sparking violently, his latent power trembling to awaken. "Stay back, Gohan!" Goku's voice echoed as he burst from the rubble, but his son was already mid-charge, fury burning in his heart. Gohan's punch collided with Atrox's chest, the explosion bright as dawn. For a moment, Atrox watched, weak laughter rattling his chest. "So, you deny your nature?" Goku looked at him, eyes soft. "No, I choose who I am." Atrox closed his eyes, his body dissolved into ash carried by the wind. Goku stared at his trembling hands. He had touched a darkness older than himself, a secret buried within Saiyan blood. He feared what it meant, but he also knew he had a choice. He faced his friends, a faint smile returning. "Let's go home." Above them, the sky slowly regained its peaceful blue, though faint scars of battle lingered across the horizon. And deep within the universe, far beyond mortal sight, something stirred, watching. The tale was far from over, but for now, Earth breathed again. He formed a colossal spear of energy, hurling it at Goku with a roar. The weapon screamed through the heavens, pulsing with enough force to crack continents. Goku stood still. He raised one hand. His aura darkened, forming a vortex of black and gold. His fists rained blows faster than the eye could follow, each strike exploding with furious pride. Atrox parried with casual grace, his feet unmoving as if rooted into the planet's core. When Vegeta finally saw an opening and drove his fist toward Atrox's ribs, the Dark Saiyan simply let out a bemused chuckle and slammed his own knee upward. No sound, no light, just absence. Then Atrox was hurled backward, his armor splintering as an unseen force smashed into his chest. A second blow struck before the first shockwave finished ringing. Atrox soared, crashing through rock formations that disintegrated instantly. Goku appeared behind him, claws of ki forming at his fingers, swinging with brutal abandon. Every strike tore into space itself, carving glowing scars through the air. Atrox recovered mid-flight, laughing. Yes, yes! He fired a point-blank blast. Goku tanked it, skin smoking but unbroken. Son Goku, he purred, his voice smooth as poisoned silk. Your legend underwhelms. They speak of a savior, a warrior of light. Yet I see only a creature chained by weakness, compassion, mercy. His crimson aura surged, spraying sparks like molten blood. But Atrox's presence ripped open that sealed door. Let it out, Atrox whispered, stepping closer. Show them what a Saiyan truly is. A beast, a god of carnage. No, Goku muttered. He looked around at the destruction, at his son, at the fallen Namekian beside him. He clenched his eyes shut, trembling. Atros's smile slowly faded, not from fear, but from respect. So this is the true Saiyan spirit. I will break it. He unleashed his full power. His aura ignited into a towering inferno of crimson. The sky turned blood red, clouds spiraling violently. The transformation was neither godly nor Super Saiyan, something entirely different, raw, ancient, a primal lineage unleashed, the Dark Saiyan Awakening. Everyone watching felt their bones shake. Gohan stirred weakly, whispering, "Dad?" The figure standing before Atrox was barely Goku. The battlefield glowed white. When the light faded, Atrox stood unscathed, hand wrapped around Gohan's arm. You inherited power, Atrox murmured, tightening his grip until bone creaked. But not instinct. He flung Gohan aside and raised his hand, a sphere of malignant crimson energy forming at his palm. Then the smoke parted. Goku emerged unscathed. His aura dimmed, not fading, but sharpening, focused. He raised both hands, gathering energy not from the planet, but from his own raging soul. A black gold orb swelled between his palms, humming with destructive potential. Atrox's eyes widened. Impossible! Goku roared, a beast and hero intertwined. The blast engulfed Atrox in a pillar of radiant darkness. The ground beneath them collapsed into a massive crater. The shockwaves swept across the land, flattening mountains and extinguishing flames. It pulsed like a diseased heart. "Stop!" Goku roared, instant transmission snapping him into place between Atrox and Gohan. His hand shot up, too slow. The sphere detonated. Fire swallowed the plane. Wind howled. When the smoke cleared, Goku stood hunched, his body smoking, his gi nearly burned away. Gohan lay unconscious behind him. Goku descended, feet touching the shattered earth. He trembled, panting, eyes still glowing with primal fury. His tail lashed. The darkness within him screamed for the final blow, for Atrox's life. Gohan's faint voice pierced the haze. "Dad, please, come back." Goku froze, breath catching. His eyes flickered. Memories surged, his family, friends, battles fought for love, not carnage. The darkness recoiled. Vegeta stepped forward, battered but resolute. Kakarot, you're a Saiyan, but you're more than that. Don't let this turn you into a beast. Atrox's armor shattered, fragments scattered like broken stars. Still, Atrox laughed through bloodied lips. I see it now. You were meant for this. He unleashed one final blast, a desperate eruption of power. Goku's body vanished into the explosion. Silence followed, a moment of suspended breath. They shattered mountains with stray kicks, ripped open the sky with energy clashes, their roars echoing like monstrous titans locked in primordial war. Vegeta finally returned to the battlefield, his jaw clenched in awe and dread. Kakarot, what have you become? He felt the power, ancient and untamed. Their knuckles collided, splitting the ground open like an overripe fruit. Lava spewed upward, turning the battlefield into a living inferno. Goku's ferocity was terrifying. He fought like a demon unleashed. No restraint, no mercy, each strike intent on annihilation. Atrox reveled in it, his own power swelling to meet his opponent. Untouched, only because his father had taken the full brunt. Atrox landed lightly on the ground. How noble, he cooed. How pathetic. Goku's breath shook with rage. A familiar golden aura sparked around him. Super Saiyan. Then brighter, Super Saiyan Blue. But the power faltered, unstable. His ki seethed and collapsed inward, replaced by something raw. His breath came in savage snarls. His tail, once lost, now materialized in a blaze of energy, whipping behind him. His aura roiled like a living nightmare. Even Vegeta, still falling through the clouds, felt the shockwave and suddenly halted himself mid-sky, staring in disbelief. Atrox smiled, delighted. Magnificent. Goku vanished. It dwarfed even the gods. Piccolo, barely conscious, sensed it too. He's losing himself. The catastrophic duel raged onward. Goku seized Atrox by the throat, slamming him into the ground repeatedly, each impact creating fissures that spiderwebbed for miles. Atrox countered with a point-blank blast that blew half the plane into dust. They clashed again in the sky, trading blows as lightning crackled around them.